everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer. Today we are going to be doing some updates. I've also got some new to me products, but I think most importantly we have the brand new Dior Pink Glow. And we're going to take a deep look at this and see if the formula is like, quote, the new formula that came out last year, or if it's like the luminescent formula that came out recently for the Dune and Mirage. So with that, let's just dive in. So, how's everybody? First, we're gonna go in with the Victoria Beckham. This is the Augustinus Bader primer, and I have this in golden. I wanted to give you guys a update. I really like it. It's a good primer. I do like one pump of it. It warms up my skin tone a little bit. At first, you will notice that my skin gets very red. Don't panic. Don't be concerned. That's just what my skin does anytime you touch it. Do anything to it. It just gets red. But it calms down very quickly. So then we're going to use the Kojendo. This is the Moisture Foundation. It comes in this little tube. I have it in 012. I really like the Kojendo foundations. I have this and the Aqua Foundation, and I think they're both excellent. I really, really do. They look great on the skin. This one I have in 012, which I think is a good match for me. It's a little light, but not so much that it's a problem. I also think because it's a lighter foundation, I mean in like coverage, that, you know, the shade match doesn't have to be exact. I find with the foundations that I have that are a little bit lighter in coverage, I'm not as concerned about the perfect shade match. Plus, it's like impossible to find a perfect shade match. I've found, I think, two. The Merit in Dune, the stick, is like literally a perfect shade match for me. And I also really like the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in 1.3. I feel like it's very close, if not exact, to my skin tone, which is amazing. And it took me years to find it because I had been using different shades. And I think I had mentioned it. I couldn't really find my shade in Tom Ford. And the thing about Tom Ford is, like, he changes his shades in different products. So, like, the shade in Illuminate will be different than, you know, his Glow Foundation or Stick Foundation or Cushion Foundation. So it's like, even if you find your perfect match in one foundation, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same in the other formulations that he does. I don't know why that's done that way, but maybe because like the ingredients in the different types of foundation, they can't make it the same. I don't know, but I find it frustrating. Anyway, so that is the Aqua Foundation. I really, guys, I think it's a really nice foundation. It's a good even coverage. It looks really pretty on the skin. It's light, but like a light coverage, but not, it definitely gives coverage. This is the Moisture Foundation, and I really like it. I like the Aqua Foundation too. I think they're both good. So I think it depends on what you're looking for. This feels lighter to me. I also think in the Aqua, I have a little bit better color match, actually. It looks a little bit deeper, like it has a little bit more warmth. This one is a little cool, so it like warms up on my skin, but at first it can look a little pale. All right, so let me do my eyebrows really quickly. We'll come right back. Brows are done. I'm gonna put on a little bit of powder. I have the Christian Dior Lavender Powder, which I've been really, really liking. It comes in this cushioned compact. Open it up like this if you haven't seen it before. I'm going to use my La Mer powder brush. And I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm not going to use a lot, but took some of the sheen off. So next, I'm going to use, let's do the bronzer first. Again, Christian Dior. I'm really liking this bronzer. I did pick it up in 04. It's on its way to me. And let's use, this is the 02, which is a very light shade, but I've mentioned this in a couple of my videos, and I really like it. Like I said, it's light. I'm not going to say it's not, but it actually works well for me. It is a warmer bronzer. Again, if you're looking for a cool one, the Gucci is still my favorite. The Gucci has held that spot for some time. Terra will always be like my tried and true. Terra is by Tom Ford, and I have many backups of the Tom Ford. But I really do like the Gucci. I think it's a beautiful bronzer. You know, I give it very high marks, and really do love it. So I would say it's my favorite. Terra is like my tried and true, but I'd have a really tough time if like somebody said, well, you know, would you replace the Terra with the Gucci? Because I've been using Terra for so long. I know it always works, and the Gucci, this is the first one I've ever had, and I don't know if I'll ever need another one because there's a lot of product in there, but I've rebought Terra over and over and over, and it's always been perfect. I would hope the same would be true with the Gucci if I bought another one, that the consistency would be the same, but I don't know that because I haven't done that yet. So, you know, it's always always makes me a little nervous. But I went in with the warm bronzer today because the Dior Quad, although called Pink Glow, I'll show it to you guys. It's not pink. I'm gonna go into a new cheek shade for me. This is the Chantecaille Sea Turtle, or Grace. This was gifted to me by Chantecaille, which was incredibly kind of them. I hope you guys got a chance to take advantage of the sale that they had recently. It was a really good sale, and these blushes are beautiful. I'm going to be doing, I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, a battle of the blushes. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I've tried a lot of new blushes lately, obviously. I did the Chanel blush video. I have the Hermes blushes. I have new Suku blushes on their way to me. I have the Chantecaille blushes, Wayne Goss, and a couple others, Sisley. And I was thinking, you know, do I have a favorite? Would I say, is there Dior? Are there ones that I reach for over and over again, Tom Ford? So I'm going to do kind of like a battle, basically, and I'm going to talk about the differences between the different blushes. And I'm not going to necessarily talk about shades particularly, because I mean, there's so many shades, but formula and consistency across the brand and that type of stuff. So stay tuned for that, because there's been a lot of blushes lately. So let's use this Grace Sea Turtle. Let me show you the shade. I hate touching up the, I hate like ruining the, the turtle, but it's just such a pretty shade. I really like it. I'm just was so appreciative to Chantecaille for reaching out and gifting this to me. I felt very lucky. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. I love the Chantecaille blushes. I haven't tried the new one, the Flower Power. I haven't tried that one yet, the pinky one, so you'll have to let me know if you've tried it, what you think of it, but I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure it's really good. So all their products have been, have I ever tried a Chantecaille product that I didn't like? I don't think so. I mean, possibly. I mean, there must be something. I'm thinking about it. It's interesting. I can't, off the top of my head, no. I can't think of one. I'm sure there's one. I will try to think of one. Okay, so let's move to eyes. I'm not gonna actually do a highlighter today because I feel like this blush is just, it has kind of a nice little like light to it. Can you kind of see that? Like a glow to it. At least on me. I think it looks really pretty. Yeah, I really like the sea turtle. I'm shocked I didn't have this before. Really nice. Anyway. Yeah, I really, really like it. And in fact, I added some Chantecaille things to my 5,000 person giveaway. I have them all in this drawer next to me. And the drawer is, let's see. So far we have Chantecaille, Tom Ford, Chanel, and Victoria Beckham. We're adding to the list. We're adding to the giveaway as we speak. Okay. All right, let's see. So I'm not gonna do highlight. Let's just move to eyes. Let's talk about the quad. So, Quint. This is what it looks like. And again, it says Pink Glow. My issue with Dior, if I've had an issue with Dior, is the naming of things. I feel like they've done this before, and they've done it with like some of the lipsticks and stuff too. I feel like they name stuff and it has nothing to do with the shade. And I mean, they have every right to name it whatever the heck they want, but why confuse people? Anyway. So as I swatch these, they don't feel like the new formula. And when I say new formula, I mean the formula that came out last year that I kind of fell in love with, that led me to buy all of the Dior, like literally. This does feel different. Now, that's not to say I don't like the shades, because I've used them before and I do like them. The formula does feel different to me, and I've been looking through the ingredients. It doesn't seem to me like the pine oil and the aloe is in here. Now, I may have missed it, and so I have to read through it more carefully. So before you go back and say, oh, she said it totally changed. That's my first look at it. It does seem like the pine oil and that aloe is not in here. So that's the reason that it doesn't feel like smooth. Again, I need to get more information. I don't know if they've changed the formula back or what's happening. I just don't know. So just putting that out there. So let's go in with the shade first to deepen it up. This is more of a satin. This is definitely like more satin. This is definitely a topper, and this is it looks like a topper to me as well. This is probably the only matte. This has like a satin to it. We'll see how it comes out on the eye. I will go through like more carefully and see what I can find about the formula, but it definitely is not the same as the quote new Quints. This is the Yano series by Beautylish. This is the 08 brush. Yeah, it definitely feels different. What I don't know is it's not the luminescent formula that was in the Mirage and Dune. That was different still. So I'm not sure what's happening. Like I don't know if they've changed the formula completely or what's going on. If it's just for these limited editions. Like Pink Sakura that came out. Pink Sakura definitely was the same formula as the quote new formula. It was very smooth. It goes on beautifully. I had no problems with it at all. So yeah, I don't think it's just the limited edition. So I don't know. Basically I'm saying in circles that I don't know, but as soon as I can find out, I will let you all know. Like what I don't know is, will the fall collection be this formula? The luminescent formula? We'll see. Yeah, it's a little patchy. It's going on, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not going on as smoothly as the formulas that are new. Let me use a different brush as well. gonna use a Sonia G classic crease brush. This is a great brush. I feel like this gives me a little more, yeah, blending out a little better. It's not bad, it's just, it's not the buttery smooth perfect formula that I was getting with the new quints that, you know, I picked up last year. It's definitely blending out better with this brush, but I mean, that's a sign of, like, you know, a really great shadow, that it doesn't really, you can use lots of different brushes. Purples are notorious for being, you know, difficult, but still. All right, so let's use this like pinkier shade, the satiny shade. The other one's like more orange. This one has more of a pink to it. All right, well, that one went on beautifully. I didn't have any problem there. Yeah, that worked great. So the purple shade is just a little, I don't know what the word is, but it's, I mean, it's fine. It's just, like, you can see how, like, easily this went on. Like, I just, like, you know, it's super pigmented, went on super easy. And that purple shade just, I don't know, it had some issues. Okay, so now if I were just to use those two shades on my eyes, it's very pink. This is interesting because it goes much pinker on my eye than it did on my hand, my arm, because everything goes pink on me. We've had this conversation. If you have not been part of that conversation, if you have not watched my channel, everything goes pink on me. Let's use the Sonia G Worker 3. Let's go into that, it's like the satiny shade, but it's more of a peach shade. I used it in my Get Ready With Me when I went to the farm sanctuary the other day. Let me put this on. The farm sanctuary was a lot of fun. I will actually post a picture, and I'll put it above as well, on Instagram. And I'll put the information down below for the sanctuary that's near me in case you guys, if anyone's interested in donating. They're a 501c3. I got to talk to some cows and some chickens and some pigs and a llama. It's a great organization. You know, I'm very fond of it, but I'll make sure all the information's below in case anybody's interested. Or if you're in Massachusetts and you want to check it out yourself. They have beautiful trails too. Like, you can just go walk, you know, like the trails and stuff. It's really nice. You would never know it's there. I mean, it's like, you know, like beautiful suburb, and then farm sanctuary. It's amazing. All right, so let's take this. This is the very light highlighty shade in the middle. I'm going to use that as an inner corner. My favorite, I think my favorite were the cows, but I also loved the llama named Maxine. Maxine was definitely a diva, although Paul the turkey was pretty funny too, but Maxine the llama was very much like in charge. It was pretty hilarious. Okay, so that looks nice. I mean, it's very pretty. It's a very nice highlighted shade. I think it looks nice. Let's take the gold shade, use my finger. Yeah, I mean, so this is all going on very nicely, except for that purple shade, which I don't know what that was about. That was just weird. I honestly don't know. I mean, that was just a strange, maybe it was the brush. I don't know. I went on better with the Sonia G, but still, I don't like it when the Yano series is not by Beautylish. It's not my favorite, but the brushes are good. They're not, they're not my favorite brushes, but they're not bad brushes. So that makes me a little uncomfortable to say that I would recommend it. Let's go with the 28 brush, the Refer brush. I'm going to go back into that like highlighty shade in the middle, the triangle shade, just go into the brow bone area and like lighten that up a little bit. Yeah, we also had a turkey named Paul that followed us around the entire time. That was hilarious. Paul loved us. Paul was just like, I can be your friend. All right, so let's go with the Wayne Goss 03 brush, just to buff this in a little bit. So yeah, the formula, this is interesting. Like, it's not the formula of the new Quince. This is different. But it's also not the formula of the luminescent eye shades. I'm just putting a little bit more of that gold that I buffed away. I mean, yeah, it's somewhere in between. I don't try to get an answer for you guys, and I'll read through the ingredients a little bit more thoroughly as well. I'm gonna take the Rephr 03. I'm gonna go in with that brown purpley shade again, the one from the beginning, and just see how it works as a liner. You know, it seems fine now. I had heard some people had some difficulty with it at first. Like there was like almost like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a shield, but film on the top of it. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe there was just, I don't know. And you had to like get through that to get it to work. Interesting. But it seems okay now. And that worked fine. Didn't have a problem. Yeah, the formula, it's nice. I wouldn't say it has the same blendability, you know what I mean, as the other formula, the new quote formula. This just feels like nice eyeshadow. Which is not bad. I guess I've gotten kind of used to that creamy, buttery formula that they came out with that I fell in love with, which is why I bought 20 Quince or whatever. All right, so let me bring you in close so you can see it, and then we'll do mascara. So I don't know if, you know, looking at it, you can see that it's not, like, it's good, but it's not of the same quality, in my opinion, as the other Quince that had come out before. I mean, it looks nice on the eye. I'm not saying it's not pretty. It's not exactly my color story, but it looks nice on the eye. I don't know. It doesn't perform the same way. I'm gonna have to take a really close look. If you look at the back of the packaging, guys, you can see look at how tiny this is. So I have to read through it carefully, which I will. And I'll see if I can figure out if they got rid of the pine oil and the, it was aloe vera? I have to go back and look. But let me see if I can figure out what they changed and whether, and I don't know, like I said, whether this is permanent or this is just for this limited edition, because the two that just came out, the Mirage and Dune, those were luminescent and very different. In fact, the Dune was different than the Mirage. The Mirage is practically not even there. The Dune I do like, but the Mirage, I'm not a fan. And then the Pink Sakura, which came out earlier, was limited edition, and that is the new formula. It's very smooth and beautiful. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, let me curl my lashes, put on some Chantecaille mascara. I'll be right back. So I don't know if you can tell, you know, just by the eye look, because the eye look itself is actually pretty, that it's not the same quality. I think you can tell. I think it looks nice, but it doesn't look like the shades in the original, the new formula. When you blend them together, they don't blend into one. These start to blend into one. And when I blend, some of the shades kind of blend away. That doesn't happen with the other Quince. That doesn't happen with Pink Sakura. That doesn't happen with Denim. That doesn't happen with Mitza, etc. So Jungle. So I think there's something here that has changed. What I don't know is if this is just for this or if it's going forward. So we'll find out. I'll do my best to find out before, but we'll all find out, you know, when we do the, I've seen the fall Quince that are coming out. So, you know, once we get to those, I'll be able to tell you if it's this kind of formula or the quote new formula, and why they're changing it, because they just changed the formula last year. I don't know why they would change it again. It just seems odd. Unless these are older Quince that somehow I don't know, like things got mixed up with COVID. I don't know. Anyway, I will do some digging, try to figure out what's going on, and take a look at the packaging. If I find that the ingredients are the same, or that the pine knoll and aloe vera is in here, you'll see it at the bottom. I'll put a note. But so far I haven't seen it. And again, that could be my eyes. I am about to be 49 years old, and this type is like the smallest type I've ever seen in my life, so maybe I missed it. So I'm going to use the Gucci pencil in, I think this is Miel, M-I-E-L. It's kind of a warm orange shade. And I used it just very lightly to outline my lips, because the shade that I'm going to use today is a Gucci shade, but it's the first time I've ever used their mattes. This is a matte called They Met in Argentina, and I wanted to show this to you guys. I think the Gucci lipsticks, I picked up a couple of more of the Glow and Care ones from the Sephora sale. I have not done the Sephora haul video yet. I was hoping to do a live. I'd still like to do that if you guys are interested, but my schedule's been difficult. That's the shade. So this is the first time that I've ever used one of their mattes. So I thought I would go ahead and do it with this, because I think the shade is like the right kind of shade for this. It's like a pinky, you know, orangey kind of thing. I will say that, again, that this eye look does look pinker on me than it does on my arm. So, you know, if you are interested in it, and you're looking for something that's like kind of like a light, fresh, it's almost like fizzy, if that makes sense. Pink-ish, because like I said, it goes pink on me. It might go pink on you. But anyway, let's try the lipstick. Oh, that's really pretty. So I like the shade. This matte is very creamy. Like Lisa Eldridge creamy. Wow. Okay, that feels really nice on the lip. I need to give it some time, because the thing with mattes for me, I have very dry skin, and so, you know, it might even work at first, but then give it an hour and I have to claw off my face. So, we'll see. But right now, it feels really creamy, really nice. So, okay guys, final look. What I would say about, you know, all of this is that, like, the final look, I actually think looks really nice. I like the way that it came together. The foundation is beautiful. The cheek product, I really love the sea turtle. It's gorgeous. Shocked I did not have it before. Again, thanks to Chantecaille for gifting me that. I like the bronzer because it's just enough. It's not too much. I really like shade 2. I'm looking forward to trying the shade 4. And the eye look and the lip, I think it all comes together to create a really beautiful look. That doesn't mean that I love all the products. A lot of times you'll see these shots, you know, where a makeup artist or a content creator creates a beautiful look, and you go out and buy the products because you're like, oh, look what they did with it. It doesn't mean that all the products were great. It just means that the person who used them either was very talented, lucky, or both, or maybe, you know, the products just looked good on them or something. A lot of time, though, it does have to do with the amount of skill and effort that went into putting the look together. This eyeshadow quint, I like it, but I don't know if I would recommend it, which is, you know, different. Any of the Dior new quints that came out last year, I would have highly recommended every single one of them. They were all beautiful. They are all beautiful. I have them sitting in a drawer right next to me. They're my favorites, and the formula is gorgeous, and the shades are beautiful, and I did a whole video ranking them. Like, I love them, truly. This one is okay, and I think it created I know it sounds weird, I keep saying fizzy, but that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a fizzy pinky orange, and it's pretty. I'm not a huge fan of the color story, but there were other color stories that I wasn't a huge fan in, the others that came out last year, but I still like them more than this. This formula is okay. Not great. It's okay. And I expect more now from Dior because they did better. They had better. The Dune and Mirage that came out, the Dune is okay. The Mirage I don't like at all. The pink Sakura I love, but it's like the old form. It's like the new formula. I keep saying old, but the one that came out last year. So I will be really interested to see. There's another Dior Quint that was just got sneak peeks on. We'll see if what that one looks like and what formula it is. And then there's also the fall ones, which I have seen. The fall ones do look really beautiful and they do look very pigmented, but again, who knows? Because you can't really tell online. So if you're in, you know, like if you want to rush out and buy this, you know, like if you're like me and you collect Dior at this point, or you have a channel or something, I mean, I totally get it. But this would not be one I would recommend. I would recommend going and getting many. I mean, if you have questions, like refer back. Maybe I'll link it. The ranking I did of the Quints. They're all beautiful. I mean, really, it was really hard for me to do that video because I love them all. They're all just unique in their own way, and the formula is amazing. This formula, it's okay. It's okay. I know I've said that a couple times now. I just, I'm trying to gather my thoughts because these are really first impressions for you. I'm gonna have to use it more to like really get my thoughts on it, and I need to dig into the ingredient issue. But yeah, if they've changed their entire formula, like all the Quints going forward are gonna be like this, I'm gonna be unhappy. Oh, my pocketbook will be happier, but I will be unhappy because I don't really like it. It's okay. Gucci lipstick I really like. I've only had it on for like 2 minutes, but it feels really nice. It really feels comfortable, which is unusual for a matte. So that might be a, you know, the find of this. They met in Argentina is the color. I really think it's pretty. Like I said, it's like this pinky. Things go pinkier on me, guys, but it is like a pinky. It's like a rosy. Has a little bit of warmth to it though. I really like it. It's really nice. And it feels good. Yeah, okay. I'm very happy with that. The cheek shade, as I mentioned, is Grace, also known as the Sea Turtle, which I love. So pretty. And I love the Chantecaille products. Christian Dior bronzer in 2, which I continue to love. Once I get the 4, I'll let you guys see it, of course. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts on whether you want me to try to put together the Sephora haul live. Might take me longer to get it, you know, to find time, or if you just want me to put the video together, which I can do. And yeah, I got a few new things coming that I'll update you guys on, and look forward to the Battle of the Blushes coming soon. I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon.